across the DFS industry and see a few people in. And I think if somebody wants to do one more chat, I think now that the chat actually pops up on my phone, I think they did a little bit of an update. So that would be slick. Let's see. All right, I can see it as we go. Cool. So anyhow, let's break down today's slate. Sorry that it's a short notice live stream. I got hit with so much crazy work stuff this morning that I just wasn't able to record. For hell, this is a live stream, so I can say whatever the hell I want. Those that don't know, I'm a realtor and had all sorts of problem with the people pumping a septic tank. So I got shit on by shit people. So anyhow, it's been a good morning. Anyhow, let's go to today's 2-game slate. Like a reminder from yesterday, which did not work out well. We were very heavy on Mario Rui, and that early injury really stunk because pretty much everything kind of played out as I kind of mentioned I thought it would. Napoli were absolutely dominant. Magic Mike, though, was the best player in Napoli and destroyed. And then Thibaut Courtois did the same thing for Real Madrid. So both times the teams that we thought could dominate possession did. They put up a ton of DFS points, and the away goalkeeper was better than those attackers. So might be some similarities in this slate. But the two teams chasing, you have home team Bayern, need multiple goals. Kimmich is going to have a lot of crosses, so we're going to really like Kimmich, even though, Man City's Man City. They're very tough to attack against, but Kimmich is still going to be very, very attacking in terms of not only getting a lot more forward than his defensive positioning normally allows him, but very, very active on set pieces. And then the other team pushing is Benfica, needs 2 goals. Very disappointed, but I think a lot of that was Otamendi being out in the last leg. Going to Inter, decent dog, plus 240. But they're going to be pushing a ton. So guys like João Mario, Chiquinho, FN. I've seen some conflicting reports if he's going to start. It'd be weird if he hasn't. He's been one of the better players since Enzo left. Grimaldo, they're going to push like crazy. So those are all players that we like. I'm going to start with Bayern and Man City because I think that is the game that is going to get more attention. Bayern has quite a deficit. I literally just lost my note. I can't remember if it's 2-0 3-0. So anyway, else been in chat. I think it's 3-0. Yeah. So Bayern's going to push a ton. They are at home. Obviously, new manager with Thomas Tuchel there. I don't think it's been that impressive under him. It's not looking like the greatest appointment. Got knocked out of the Paco, and they haven't looked good here. They're already down the second leg. But I think especially early on, you're going to see a huge down 3. Okay, thanks, Jamie. I thought it was 3-0, but then I'm like, hold on, is it 2-0? When Bernardo Silva starts ripping you up in the first leg, that's a rough place to be. But I love Kimmich. I think he's like 100% locked to me. He's too cheap, 7,100. Takes monopoly set pieces. Like even when like Sané is not taking any over him now, Coman could take it just looks like it's all Kimmich. To me, he's like close to a lock for double digits. He's needing those tackles too. Could be live for a free kick goal or just one of his golazos. So love Kimmich. Then I really struggled. We saw Pavard over the weekend get 2 goals for Bayern at the right back spot, and they had João Cancelo playing the left. I really hope that would be Alphonso Davies. We'll see. I think their fullbacks are viable. I like the fullbacks in Inter and Benfica more, in Grimaldo and likely DeMarco. But I think those two are viable, especially in like a Bayern stack. If you're just like, look, I think Bayern's, in that front of that home crowd's just gonna come in and be great, then go for it. I think City just controls possession just a little too much. So it's really Kimmich to me for cash and optimal. If Davies is in, I like Davies a little bit more than Cancelo. Just Cancelo doesn't cross a lot from the left. We've seen back to City days. He's very good on the left still. Just not as much crossing because he can't get to that byline and use his left foot to cross it over. He'd much better cut back and use his right. But, then up top, I likely think we see Coman, Sané. Coman would be the next guy I like a lot. Coman is just a DFS, like, darling guy. Just crosses the ball a lot, shoots the ball a ton, draws fouls. You're like Sané, should be a DFS darling. He just is not. Then if we see like Musiala in, if it's like this Muller up top, I think after the whole Mane fight thing, doesn't seem likely. I also heard reports that they're said that they're moving on from Mane, so he kind of seems like he's in the doghouse. I think all those guys, other than Coman, are more GPP than they are cash. Coman, though, I can see for cash. Yeah, there's nothing else I want to say. If you play Summer, that's fine. I would not play goalies from the teams chasing as much here, because I think that the chances they are going to get are the other teams on the counter, lower save probabilities, and they're not going to get peppered. So I'd much prefer here, like my two goalies I like here are Ederson and Onana. Onana is going to be the chalk. Okay, that is Bayern. Let's just talk about City. Really, really hard to say. City, though, Pep has said this in the past, City controls games through possession. AKA, even though they're up 3-0, he's not sitting back and just playing Jose Mourinho and letting people come on him and then playing on the counter. That is not Pep's football. They are still going to try to be on the front foot a ton. Now, Bayern is going to, in my opinion, with Tuchel, is just going to push that high line up a ton more, a lot more pressing, and thus Bayern will be able to get a little bit more possession, but it's also going to leave openings for City behind them. KDB, to me, would be close to a lock. He's just too good. And then I think Haaland was on a very, very short list of, like, I say this a lot. Do you expect a goal notification to happen for Man City to score a goal? If you go yes, my next question goes, who do you think it will be? Probably Haaland, right? It's like a really scary fade. I think I just saw that in chat pop up. A very, very scary fade. It's like, could Haaland score 3? Yes, very easily. He's freaking Erling Braut Haaland versus a team that's going to play a high line, and he's like the fastest 6'6". Like, he's like, feels like, I didn't even put that, like, feels like LeBron James playing striker sometimes. Like, the dude is just built huge and is fast as hell. He's not like a quick twitch, but he's just fast as hell. So, he could easily get behind like a Upamecano, a De Ligt if they push too far over, and he's one-on-one versus the keeper, and he's going to win. So, I do like Haaland. I don't want to, but, I feel like this could actually be like a don't overthink it City type of slate where you just go, okay, let me screw like the floors, let me just play the two best players, let me play KDB, let me play Haaland, and just move on. And when the goal notifications happen, probably 50-60% of the time, I'm okay, because they're going to be part of a goal or assist, the two of them. So that's how it'd go. And then obviously you have Grealish is in play. I think his goal probability, assist probability we've seen is fairly low. And then the right wingback, I don't see why they wouldn't play Bernardo Silva there after they won 3-0. I have Sofa's notifications as Kyle Walker. That's not happening. Kyle Walker may play right center back to deal with Coman's pace. They moved John Stones into that middle space, like that number 6 role next to Rodri. That's how they've been playing. I don't know. It's Sofa smoking. Or they play Mara as a right wing back. But I think it's going to be Silva. I think it's going to be Stones in that 6 role. And then probably Akanji or Kyle Walker as the right side center back. All right. I think I'm talking enough about City. Let's go to the other game. Benfica and Inter. Inter is plus 100. At home, up 2-0 in aggregate. I already mentioned I like Onana. I think he's going to be busy, and I think Onana is really, really, really good. We've seen him have big save games. He could be very similar to Courtois here. But he's at home, which helps. So I like Onana. I like DeMarco as a left wing back to split sets with Calhanoglu. The great part about DeMarco and like any wing back and why we love wing backs is if they don't get that many set pieces, they still are alive for crosses and open play. Now, I think Inter is more likely to kind of absorb some pressure than City would be and be okay with it. But Inter is obviously the class team, the bigger side, more talent. So I think as good as Benfica is, as dominant as Benfica is, and they love being on the ball, like that is how they play their football. I do think that Benfica is going to struggle here to score. They might get some shots off, but I don't think they're going to be like super high XG type of things. I think Inter is going to be well shaped, but still going to let like a guy like DeMarco get forward. I think my like bold call fade maybe from the Inter side is Calhanoglu. Been in and out of the side. I don't know his fitness. Sorry that I didn't do that prep. I don't feel like he's like the guy I never feel like is fully fit though. Like, oh, he has a knock, and it's like, yeah, he just like looks like he always has a knock. Like, just watch him play. Kind of always looks like he's hurt in some form. It's like me this year. I'm just like always sick. Feel good today. Yeah. I also think that you can play like a Lukaku, like a Lautaro Martinez, but I think if we're going to do forwards, probably going to be like a version of like Haaland, Coman, something like that. I like the other game a lot more for forwards. Inters feel like they're going to be, or don't really have like the shot floor to cross floor or anything like that. So, but Lukaku short list should be on PKs, or is it Lautaro? Can't remember. Both of them are fine. All right, I think that's good. Barella, low key GPP, always in play. For Benfica side, set pieces if in is Chiquinho. He's really, really cheap, 4,200, 4,100, 4,300. One of those. To me, that seems kind of easy. He a lot of times splits with João Mario, a lot more expensive on PKs. João Mario, for like the third straight month, named the midfielder of the year in Portugal, or midfielder of the month in Portugal, so that seems like a good play. Also, Inter Revenge, hashtag revenge game. One more FanDuel goal from other game. I don't know what that means. Can you redo that question? Didn't make sense to me. But yeah, those are my two favorite. Would be Chiquinho and João Mario. And then Grimaldo, I always like. Used to take a lot of set pieces. Doesn't really do it anymore, but he's just awesome. You're going to see him transfer this summer, most likely to a really, really top team. So if you haven't watched Grimaldo, you'll see now, but really, really class left back. He's not pumping in. Like, you used to get Grimaldo games when he was on corners where he had like 15, 16 crosses. Schmidt doesn't like them to cross the ball nearly that much. So I don't think that's in the cards. They are down 2-0, so maybe. But I do like Grimaldo, but his price is a little more prohibitive. So it really depends if you can fit him. Maybe he's a really good part of the stack, right? You think Benfica wins 2-3-0. You do like Odysseus, you do Grimaldo, maybe Chiquinho, João Mario, Gonzalo Ramos up top. See what happens. For those two, I have a couple more minutes before I am out. Anybody, feel free to shoot some. Let me see if I missed any questions that I can do. Yeah, scary to fade Haaland for sure. I think, here's what I would just say in soccer GPP. As scary as it is to fade somebody, if you know somebody on a slate in soccer, right, where a guy like Haaland, if he does not get a goal or assist, he's going to bust. Like, he does not have a huge shot for it. He's going to score no goals, no assists, but still get from shots and fouls drawn. Like, that's not his role. So I say all that to go, sorry, I'm like distracted. There's like a really low flying plane that looks like it can like barely, it just like was taking it. That is weird as hell. Can't show you, but weird. Just don't fly into me on the interstate, Jesus. Yeah, Haaland's not going to get there. So anytime you get like that much leverage in a big field GPP, you're playing the 18 or the 20 or whatever it is today, like, you should eat it. If you have one shot, make your best lineup. But if you're making 10 lineups and he's going to be 70-80%, you need to be underweight. There's just too many ways he can fail, and at that price you get different construction. And even if he makes scores one, you could easily leverage off of that goal. Haaland scores 12. That score isn't killing you. Go get the Gonzalo Ramos goal. Go get the Lukaku goal. Go get the Musiala 20% own goal. Now you've matched it, and you're on different construction. So that's what you like to do. But in cash, yeah, you probably might Haaland. I think I said another one pop up. The only thing annoying is it doesn't just like it goes away. Players play from the other game. Inter Milan versus Benfica. Most upside. So on FanDuel, I don't play much FanDuel anymore because the scoring matrices are so different. But FanDuel is always goals and assists carry the most weight. They used to have like passes in there, which is really cool. You could like, you could play like central midfielders did really well. They would even have like duels one, I believe, and stuff. So it was really fun. Like a guy like Højbjerg or like Pogba used to be like FanDuel goats. Now it's get the goals. So you're really probably looking at strikers. So like João Mario, I think is most live for a goal from Benfica. Gonzalo Ramos for Benfica. Those are the two most likely to me to score goals. And then on the Inter side would probably be Lukaku and Martinez. Those are your likely goals. That's what you need on FanDuel. Hope that helped. Let's see. I think I saw one more. Sub risk for Man City. Yeah, they're all sub risks. If they score quick when they pull Haaland, very possible. I don't know at 45. I could see Haaland kind of being pissed off, right? Like, not like throwing a fit publicly. I don't think that's kind of his thing, but being like WTF Pep, but like maybe like 60 or 65. Could you also see? I don't think it's to happen. Like this is Pep though, right? So anything can happen with Pep. Pep has done some weird stuff. But, you know, could we see Pep start Julian Alvarez and tell Erling take the day off, and if we need you at halftime, come? Like, possible. But yeah, I mean, I would assume they're all sub-risk. That's why, again, going back to that GPP strategy, if we know Haaland's in is going to command 60, 70% ownership, then we naturally should fade. And now all of a sudden, you know, it's easy hindsight when he scores 3 goals. Oh man, that's stupid. Keith guy on YouTube said to fade him. What an idiot. Like, yeah, hindsight looks really stupid. But, you know, going game theory, you know, all of a sudden, like Jamie just said there, he gets pulled at half, he has 4 DK. If you faded him, even if you played 5 out of 10 lineups, you have 5 lineups insanely live. Because 70% of the field is dealing with $8,800 Haaland or $9,000 Haaland at 5 DK. So, and if he scores 3 goals, you go, okay, 5 lineups are absolutely dead. I think that answered it. I'm actually pulled in to where I need to go. Yeah, I think it's up there. Let's see. I think I'm good. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I said last time I did a live stream I need to do more, and then I kind of forgot, but I do enjoy this. So maybe I'll try to get it out and get it more notice. Literally, I was just getting in my car. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get content up. So anyhow, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, like it. And good luck today. All the FSI members, I will see you and talk to you guys in chat in like 2 hours. See you.